Hey there guys, you found the champ dog. We're going to go back at it again with some mono black today. Let's jump on in. Okay, up against Belzabicius. Pretty nice curve here. Hello. Yeah, definitely want to cast Don't Go for 0. Ah, there's no hello back. Very good score. Hey. Island Go. The best opening turn in MTG history. So I've got Freebooter. Opponent's holding up something. Could be a Spectral Sailor. There's no 1 mana connect spell for creatures. Yep, so they're at some sort of flat, which honestly seems like a pretty good choice for the current meta. Okay, so next turn I want to Regisaur. I don't want them to have Unsummon for the Regisaur, but I also don't want them to have Essence Capture for the Regisaur. So I think I have to take the Unsummon and bait the Essence Capture out. So we'll swing with both here. So I think I give them Gunnerbones, see if they counter. So I'm going to play 3 1-drops. They're going to counter one of them. We'll just see how trigger happens. Okay, that's the capture. So I can make a 2-2 snack. And I can get Gunnerbones back. So perhaps a little bit hasty there. I could have also played out the extra like okay. So I'm going to swing in with everything here. We've got Eliminate held up. I assume they flash in Brineborn Cutthroat and then get up to some shenanigans. Okay, so if I do, they negate, this dies, they get Unsummon back. They unsummon something. That seems okay. I'm just going to put some pressure on them. So they get unsummoned back. Probably bounce the Knight to take the counter off it, but that's fine. I don't lose much to go with bouncing it off into the counter on their Cutthroat. Fine. Extra land is nice. Obviously they have the Unsummon here, so I'm not going to pump the Knight. I also don't need to pump the Knight to get this token. Okay, that's the Unsummon. So I get 3 for 2. Select the Regisaur, hope they don't have a counter. Slam the Knight back. So they could have another Unsummon, or like Brazen Borrower, in which case obviously they'll wait for this trigger to go on the stack. See, that's the octopus. Okay, that's unfortunate. through for 3 here and draw a card. I'm going to discard the Knight, hold up, eliminate. Yep. So they've got something at instant speed. Could well be Bant. Okay, 2 instant speed pieces of interaction is very nice to see here. Oh, that's fine. So I assume they blocked the Stone Coil Serpent here. Vandal, yep. Okay, they're going to try and kill off the Regisaur. So they could have that new Spell Pierce. Yep. So I'm going to use Eliminate here. Just make this block difficult for them, since they were silly enough to tap out. Okay. So Blue Flash, honestly, some variety of Blue Flash does seem like a pretty good meta call at the moment with all the super greedy ramp decks running around. So what I want here is more instant speed interaction, more discard. There's an argument for Shadow Spear since we could be racing, but I think it's a flawed argument. Regisaur becomes a liability when it can be bounced at instant speed. I think Demonic Embrace might be bad in this matchup too, because there's a lot of things that can counter it. And again, instant speed bounce is a card disadvantage. What else do we cut? Stone Coil seems quite good because it has reach. Black Lance is good because it has flash. Standard Bearer could also be good because it has flash. Rankle and Spawn are both okay. I definitely want the freebooter. I maybe cut 1 drill bit. I think I cut Loris. And maybe 1 each of the expensive big boys. See how we go with this. Yeah, full props to my opponent, trying to make MonoBlue Flash work. Wish him the best of luck, trying to keep the greedy decks honest. Okay, this is a terrible hand. Nothing to do until turn 3. Obviously we need land here, but I see 1-drops. I see 1-drop and removal. I really don't want to get after 5 cards against a deck like this. This would be a Spectral Sailor, no doubt. Popped, okay. So they don't have the mark opening of Spectral Sailor into Sea Dasher. That's something. This is nice with reach, but obviously it doesn't actually have protection against anything in their deck. So get in for 2 here, and I'm going to hold up Blackbird's Paragon for their end step. Yep, Sailor's fine. They obviously drew into that. That's fine. If they try to mutate Sea Dasher, I'll let this figure. They do not. Paragon can come down. May eat a counter. If not. Yep. So they've obviously got something that they can do at instant speed, unless they've just got full control on. More lands. Nice. See what my opponent does here. I choose to take the 5, so I'm ahead on board at the moment. I think I just hold up the instant speed interaction that I have here. But realistically, what's in their deck that this figure can't kill? I mean, a pumped up cutthroat, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to play out the gutter bones here just to get a little bit more on board, put them under a bit more pressure. I've still got this figure held up. Sea Dasher Octopus, nice. This figure here, and hope they don't have that new Spell Pierce thing from the new set. Unsummon. Yep, that's fine. So they're now completely off board. A land drop would have been nice so that I could have dual bit and held up Murderous Rider, but you know, we have the hand that we have. Okay, so they soak up the damage from the Black Lance Paragon. I could spend the Murderous Rider to protect it, but I don't think it's worthwhile. Now no longer flash in the octopus, or like mutated it. So I think we use our drill bit and the hand, negate, it's fine. Yep. I'd say freeboot is nice, but I really need some more lands to make it work. Yep. Nevertheless, I'm just going to jam it, keep them on the defensive. Sinister Sabotage seems fine. So do I just want to play this for 1 to threaten lethal next turn? Yes. Yes, I do. Spectrum Sailor, that's fine. So I can get the octopus, but that means that their only creature on board is untapped. Yep. Gives them 1 shot at drawing into an answer though if they attack. Mind you, if they attack on the flop. Okay, so I fire this up now. Test my opponent. Force them to have it. Gives us the good game. Okay, they did not have it. So that was a quick game and we're up to Platinum rank 1. Okay, Kuru 4869. Couple of 1-drops, 2-drop. We need to draw some lands to make it work, but obviously Demonic Embrace is dope. We keep. Always lead with the Gutter Bones, get 2 damage instead of 1. Opponent's taking a mole. See what they're on. Okay, Demir colors. Could be Sultai, could be Esper, could be anything, but it's likely, it could be Flash, it could be something controlling. I think my best bet here is to hold up Paragon for their end step. I'll put on Auto Pass to not advertise that I have something. Okay, so it's Sultai. So I seem to do okay against Sultai. Because they are not as good at clearing a board as, say, Bant is. Although I have eaten a few Cry of the Carnariums from them. Land is exactly what I want to see. Nice 6/2 flyer attacking on turn 3. Not bad at all. Could see a counter spell here. It's most likely a Growth Spiral, let's be real. Could be a Borrower, but I'm pretty sure it's a Growth Spiral. 3 for 6, opponent on 10. Let's see your growth spiral. It's okay, you can play it. Another land to slap down Rankle would be ideal here. There it is. If we don't have an answer, it's just game over, isn't it? So they're still holding priority, they got something. Here, Murderous Rider, Iron Squad. No problem with that. No problem at all. So, still threatening lethal. Could get them down to 4, but I don't see much value in that. I think we both discard a card, and that's it. I'm going to pitch the Knight of the Ebon Legion. They're going to pitch a land. Yeah, opponent's facing a lot of pressure here. We could see a board wipe here, they could have an extinction event. They are looking at both my cards, they could be checking casting costs there. Could see Uro, could see Nisa. Extinction event it is. That's not going to be good enough. I could bring back Demonic Embrace onto the Gutter Bones. Pay 3 life. It's annoying that you have to click that to confirm. I'll discard the Regisaur and get into 5, and that's it. So, Jewel Bit's good here, Standard Bearer's good here, Lantern is good here. Eliminate is okay. It kills Uro, but seeing as this is Sultai, they don't have the three mana cost Planeswalkers. They don't have Teferi. I don't know why they would keep Narset against me. So it does have less targets than, say, Murderous Rider. So that's a potential cut. Loris is a potential cut because he doesn't really belong in this deck. Stonecoil Serpent's pretty good. It dodges some of their removal, dodges Tyrant Scorn, dodges Casualties of War, attacks through Ugin, Uro, dodges Ugin. Regisaur's nice, I guess. I was thinking of cutting a 3-drop since I brought in a couple of 3-drops. So I think Loris can go. I think Eliminate can go. I guess it does hit Krasis, which they also play. I can go down a Paragon. I could go down a Loctwain, but I've just been punished so often by not drawing enough lands. More often than I've been punished by Mana Flood. These are both quite nice. Do I cut a single Regisaur? I think I cut a Serpent. Maybe a Bones. 1 Regisaur. And... it's so hard, isn't it? Okay, maybe I just get rid of the Paragons. They don't have that much play. Double Freeboot is nice. I would like a 1-drop, but let's just see how we go. Obviously I can't nab a you know, can't always get what you want. Okay. So they fire off a Growth Spiral here, but this means next turn I can Jewel Bit into the second Freebooter. So I can take out a fair bit of hands like this, depending on what their hand is. Okay. So there's nothing I can do about the Cry. I think what I do is take the Thought Erasure, forces them to spend a Cry. So I don't get to Jewel Bit. Oh, they can't Cry. They don't have double black. No, they do. Okay. Maybe they're trying to flummox me into committing more to the board. Did I say an extinction event as well? I thought I did. So I do think either way the drill bit hit. That spell's fine. They really want to get on the board, don't they? Yep, drill bit. Okay, so they're going to get all of these things back, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about it. So I think what I do with this is take Liliana. It's the only proactive play they have, and I don't have enough things to stop them from destroying me. There's also less point holding this up when they're holding Cry, because my thing would be exiled, not died. Okay. Yeah. Cry number 1. So, next turn they can potentially Thought Erase and play Cry. So, honestly, I think I just play this one with Mayhem. I don't know why it keeps hiding the extinction event that I know they have. Sweepers though. Madness. Utter madness. So I'm going to play this here. See? It's the same extinction event. I don't know why they keep hiding it from me. So I think what I take here is extinction event, as it can hit both of these. So this forces them to use one of these suboptimally, and I can still flash this in at end of turn. Thought Erasure. So if I flash this in now, they use Cry. Either way, this is leaving my hand. I guess this way I at least get to keep an eliminate. If I flash that in, they Cry, and I don't have eliminate in hand. So, make a difference. They now have the Ritual of Stood Up. I really need to stop drawing lands. Sorry, the Extinction event up, which will answer the Spawn of Mayhem. So it's been like Exile Tribal. It's fine. And it's not fine, but there's nothing I can do. More land is not going to do it. So they've gone in basically full control mode for this. So that'll affect our sideboarding options for the next game. I'll definitely cut the eliminates. So I really need to draw into some action here. Assuming I don't get... yeah. Fine. A Rankle would be really nice, as I have the mana with this swamp to play that and Demonic Embrace and get in for 6 and then ping 1 and kill them. Assuming everything goes to plan. You know, but that is sort of magical Christmas land. Oh my god, magic is easy. Okay, so they have something. I don't know what, but something. It's definitely not ritualist, so I don't know why you're hovering over that. What was that? Okay. That's a bit heartbreaking. Another rankle off the top one time. Obviously they know about the eliminate, but you can go with this token. I mean, I guess I'd play this. I haven't actually seen an Uro from them at all, so maybe this isn't the best choice in the world. Just gonna nab Liliana, because screw her. So I can use this to draw at end of turn. Opponent obviously still holding up some kind of instant speed interaction. Oh, it's a shame they had that Heartless Act. That would have been so good. See what they do here. Okay, so they do have Uro. So what I do now is pop this to exile their graveyard. I don't get priority between it hitting their graveyard and then being casted. So unfortunately I can't do this to get rid of the Uro, but I can remove the ability to get cast Uro this turn. And for the next few turns. I think I pulled the trigger on this eliminate. Okay, Swamp's not going to do it. Okay, that resolved pretty quickly. So hopefully they don't have an answer. Looks like they do. Hopefully they're just sitting in a growth spiral. I mean, I'm sure if it was a removal spell they would have played it already. Okay, we get through. Our opponent is on 2. So we are going to discard a card. And we're going to draw a card. So they're going to have to discard, I won't have to. And then I'm going to get a card. So a card for me right now is a little more valuable than a card for them. Okay, so they had the Tyrant Scorn this whole time. Interesting. They can't Ritual of Soot here. It won't kill Rankle. They could have something else, of course. Casualties, yep. Let's see what else they've got in there. Okay, so very soon they will be able to bring back Uro. Very soon indeed. Okay, that's not what I want. Scry 2, yep. Castle Locked-Twain would have been nice. This is tense. I assume they draw into something. Obviously the Scry 2 is super helpful. And they're eyeballing their Uro. They need one more card in the yard. A Growth Spiral will do it. Okay, Jelly Skin. They really don't want to show me what they got. Sure, I still get to take a peek. Heartless Act, Thought Erasure. Yeah, okay, well, that's game. That was a bit of a nail biter. Okay, so seeing how they're sideboarding, I think we can comfortably take out the eliminates. And I think I bring back the Black Lancers. So I like the instant speed play to get around sweepers. Seems like they may have been making a few tweaks as well. I will obviously play first. But this is decent. Mobilized District can go a long way in these matchups. It's a sweeper-proof creature. Got the knife here. Get in here. I'm going to play this for 2. So again, our opponent could be on Cry, so I need to be careful about overextending into the board at the moment. Thought Erasure or Great Spiral. So rather than play another creature, I'm going to swing. Okay, they got something instant speed, so Tyrant Scorn, I'm guessing. That's fine. Yep, you got it. Still going to get in for 2. I didn't want to play another creature this turn anyway, because I don't want to extend into a sweeper. I'd love to see some of my instant speed doodads. Be that Liliana's Standard Mirror or Blackman's Paragon. Yep, Hero. Got a breezy. So I'm going to play Gutter Bones here and hold up the Knight. The Murderous Rider. So we could see Nisa this turn. We do not see Nisa this turn. So it looks like my opponent is holding up some more instant speed interaction, which is fine. What I'm going to do is activate you. They're probably going to kill the district if they have something. Okay, shot technique. That's fine. So we get 5 here. Liliana, that's fine.
Little death never hurt anyone.
So we can kill it with Mobilized District, and that's our whole turn. Or we can do it like this and get back on the board a little bit. Yep. He knew they had to have at least one, that's fine. We've got a Spawn of Mayhem to follow up. We've got this to kill off Uro. So they've obviously got either a Great Spiral or another Shark Typhoon because they're holding priority. It's not a 2-mana counterspell because there's no 2-mana counterspell in the deck that interacts with Spawn of Mayhem. They could also have had that, but that's not what was holding priority because there wasn't a creature on the board at that point. It's fine. Still got Murderous Rider to play out, plus whatever redraw next turn. Okay, Nisa is unfortunate. We could see a huge flying snake next turn.
Behold nature's true power.
Okay, a swamp is not quite going to get us there. This lone rider is going to have to do what he can. But once again, this is not looking good for us. It's unfortunate, just before I started filming I played a Sultai game and won. It would have been nice to show you the win.
Harness the elements.
But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, take the 6, nothing we can do. Yep, save the passage. No drama. Hero. So again, get rid of their graveyard so they can't bring it back. It's unfortunate because I would have liked to draw a card off it.
I will rise again.
But you know, we're already pretty locked out of this game. We can't afford that coming back right now. How do we get back in this game? Regisaur into Demonic Embrace. Gutterbones sure isn't it. Okay, well that's game. Let's give him the GG and get out of here. So, Duoxine 10 on Yorion Sky Nomad, so it's probably a Doom Patrolled list. So this could get pretty ugly. This isn't a great hand, this isn't a terrible hand, it's just a hand. Okay, so it's not Orzhov Doom, there's a breeding pool here, so it could just be a Bant Blink list. That has an interesting sound effect, doesn't it? I don't know how Ravnica thematically has like a synthesized music and sound, but there you go. Really need to start hitting some lands. Double Rankle is only good if one gets removed. Okay, and let's see, yep. So we haven't seen the third colour yet, but pretty comfortable they are playing one. Probably white, probably Bant. Scrytube at the top, that is not what I want to see. Neither is a lack of land. Hero, yep. Obviously I'm not going to cast Eliminate, it's going to get to the graveyard anyway. So they're already at Yorion next turn and I still haven't hit my third land. Truly unfortunate. Okay, there it is. A little bit too late, but better that than not at all. Obviously my Spontaneous Gap is way less impactful here, so just slap down. Oh no, they can't do Yorion because they've got to pay the companion tax. Nevertheless, it's still much less impactful here. They're an Elspeth Conquers Death mana, for example. We still haven't seen any white. I could be eating my words. This could just be a Simic list. If it is, are we just ramping to Ujin? I have so many questions. Okay, so it's obviously sitting on something. We just don't know what. I'm still not getting my lands. So if I activate this, it becomes, that's 4, 9, 10, 11 damage. If I just go through like this, that's 7 damage. Okay, so I think I do like this. See how they respond. They're taking their time thinking about something. Okay, it's Shark Typhoon. So surely this blocks Gutterbones. Although it could block Knight of the Ebon Legion in an attempt to tie up my mana for the turn, which is not the worst play in the world. Yep, so they block Gutterbones. I think I just go like this and follow up with the Regisaur. Puts them under the most pressure. They're well away from bringing back Uro. Okay, very important. It's probably the Regisaur.
You'll thank me later. I've got it.
Okay, spawn of Phoenix, so maybe they have. I was going to say Omen of the Sun, but that ain't it. They could have Borrower here. I think I discard. Eliminate. So, my opponent is already dead on board. There's finally the white mana, so that's what they've been stuck on. They don't have instant speed sweeper. They could have some sort of bounce effect, so I think what I do here is Wrinkle to make sure I'm pushing that little bit of extra damage. Very likely something gets bounced here. Yep. So, opponent is on 4. Tense. So I think we want to discard a card, but that does beg the question of what card we're discarding. It'll probably be Regisaur for me. Do I want them to lose a life and draw a card? Put them on 3. So if they kill both of these, I can play Rankle, but I could just do the +1 on Rankle that turn. I don't see any value in doing the extra point of damage. I've selected totally the wrong option here. A little bit horrified of myself. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt. Oh, that's such a dumb mistake. Still, our opponent is still under a lot of pressure. We still have him dead on board. Okay, so they don't have Shadow the Sky, or they would have fetched another white.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Instant speed something something. Okay, Blackline's Paragon's actually not too bad. I think we swing and see what my opponent does. If it is Shark Typhoon, if it's a massive Shark Typhoon, they need to do it before blockers are declared, which gives me the opening to eliminate it. Yep, so I can also eliminate eliminate this. Oh, no, I can't do any of that because Teferi. So I assume they block Rankle, okay, Blast Zone, that's fine. They block Rankle here. Yep. So I think I just slap down the spawn here. I can't do anything extra if I play the Black Lance Paragon, and I keep forgetting Teferi's passive. If I draw a land, I also have Mobilized District. If I don't draw a land, I have Rankle. Yep.
That's more like it.
So they don't know about the other Rankle, obviously. Okay, Teferi.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Bounce.
Let's try this.
So they do still have a bunch of mana open. There could be another Borrower here. But I think my best bet is to go for Rankle. Spear, yeah.
This might be a bad idea.
So this is obviously a little bit frustrating. One more land would have been brilliant. So they bring back Uro, they go up to 6. Rebooter. Not the worst thing in the world. Demand some respect from them at the very least. Yep. Leaving us free to eliminate Uro. Breath Spiral, so they're going to start filling their yard up again, unfortunately quite quickly. So I just find this sort of stally style of gameplay to be not super enjoyable to play against. I have nothing against control decks. I really do not. I loved playing Grixis control. I don't even mind draw go, but this particular Teferi bounce, Uro gain a little bit alive, wait until the 10,000th turn when I've got a million mana to actually do anything style of gameplay is just a bit it's a bit unfun for the person playing against it. I'm a little frustrated that Wizards continues to pump the colour green specifically, that they banned Fires of Invention instead of Teferi, which I feel was the real problem there. I spent a lot of time playing Fires decks that did not have access to Teferi, and they were very beatable, even when they were also built on the sort of aggressive Cavalier model. It's just way easier to disrupt things. I think Teferi's a much bigger problem than they wanted to admit in Standard. And, yeah, people have been talking about how strong the colour blue is on like spikes and online, but blue is only strong in conjunction with green at the moment. So and to a lesser extent white. Obviously Teferi is very strong. Yorion is very strong. But you know, playing a Grixis list blue in Grixis is definitely not overpowered. Dimir is definitely not overpowered. Like, the problem's not blue, the problem is Teferi, and the problem is Simic, specifically. Yeah, so I'm a little bit frustrated at some of the balancing decisions that have been made, so I don't think I want Regisaur here. I definitely do want Drillbit, and I do want Standard Bearer, and I do want Soul Guide Lantern. This is just too prone to getting bounced with minimal value. Stonecoil Serpent's nice, but non-essential. Demonic Embrace is, yeah, still good. Flourish, less good. Eliminate is probably less helpful, so we'll cut that and try like this. So this is my first time up against a Bant list. It's I assumed it would be less good for me. I assumed it would be a more difficult matchup than Sultai, because Bant can stall a bit better and clear a board better. Turn 2 by self-reboot is nice. Turn 1 gutter burns. But yeah, I found the standard environment since Throne of Eldraine really to be increasingly less pleasant. I know a lot of people have been whinging about it. I don't want to seem like I'm whinging, but I'm just confused by some of the decisions that have been made and where people, and particularly Wizards, think that the problem lies. It's strange that after banning, for example, Oko and Veil of Summer, when they made a public announcement in which they acknowledged that there were concerns over the use of colour green in general, that then in the very next set they printed something like Uro, that not just gave that green-blue thing more power, but doubled down on the specific thing about it that was quite powerful. So we take Teferi here, obviously.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
You know, in that it did put them ahead on board, gained them life, and drew them a card. Like, Ramp, gained life, drew them a card. Does all of the things that Archetype were doing right after a public admission that they probably overpowered one of those colours, and that they were aware that it was a problem in the eyes of fans. So another land would have been great there, but you know, whatever. Okay, double frilled Mystic, so there's not much I can do about that, but I can get rid of ACD here. Frilled Mystic is an interesting sideboard piece. I mean, I guess it counters a spell and potentially kills a creature, like, not the worst thing in the world. It just seems a bit strange. So obviously if I try to put down my Spawn of Mayhem here, they just Frilled Mystic me. So do you see the same things happen? So we know that they have 2 Frilled Mystics in hand. We saw it when I saw their hand, but only one of them is visible now. This is similar to what happened with the Extinction event in my Sultai matchup. So I really wonder what's going on with that. So I think rather than trying to get in Spawn of Mayhem, knowing that they have those counter spells, we do this. Cool. Forces them to pop a Blast Zone, so they're down a land. I am down 2 creatures, that's fine. Oh, they couldn't have played the Frilled Mystic anyway, that was stupid of me. Okay, I made a mistake there. There's a clear misplay. So I'm just going to flash this in at their end step if they don't do anything here. Not even going to try to bring back Gutter Bones, play Gutter Bones. Because obviously that just plays into the counterspell. Frilled Mystic can't block the freebooter, so they are in a little bit of a bind. I assume they attack here. Yep, because it can't block. So I could flash in Paragon now to kill it, but I'd rather get that 3 damage. Yep. So they could play the other Mystic now to counter here, but then I go into my turn, they're tapped out. That's fine. So if I'd played it to kill this, they likely would have just allowed it to trade and held this up. But now I get to, okay, I don't have to worry about an arrow. Now I get to swing in here and get down my spawning mayhem. Also strange that they banned something like Agent of Treachery. Like, yes, it was frustrating to play against. It's probably more frustrating that as soon as it's gone, these ramp decks are just back to the only thing that anyone plays under any circumstances. Like it's Bant Ramp, Simic Ramp, Sultai Ramp, and Timor Reclamation, which is still a mana cheating deck. But yeah, Agent of Treachery has been around for a long time. In and of itself is not the problem. The problem is cheating it early with Luca, which was enabled by Fires, which was again protected by Teferi. Without Teferi, that whole game plan becomes a lot more disruptible. I know none of these are new thoughts, but it's still more irritating. Okay, so I think I just slam the Rankle so that they have an answer to the score. This is still okay. Feels good. Anyway, that's my rant finished. I hope you don't take this as like whinging or complaining. Like, I'm still playing the game. Obviously, I still love the game. It has been discouraging. It has kept me from playing it for long times. I did briefly play a Bant Ramp list. It was very fun to play. This is during AR3 events. I hate this hand not having lands, but I think not having a 1-drop, like the other hand was also super awkward. At least if I draw into a land here, I can place a magic. Yeah, I did enjoy it. It seemed like there were almost no bad draws, almost no bad plays. It obviously felt very powerful. Really fun. Yeah, it was some weird free access event. I'm going to drop this now so that if I don't draw a land next turn, I can cycle. You know, I understand why people enjoy playing it. I think it's just gotten a little bit oppressive at this point and a little bit fun to play against. But, you know, we'll be rotating soon when the next set comes out, so hopefully some of these issues will be resolved. I really need to hit a land here, and there it is. So, card self freebooter, do you think? ECD. So they've just turned into a strange Bant Flash Yorion list, is what it seems like. See, again, card gets hidden. Anyone else, let me know if you've been experiencing this issue with cards being hidden as well. So it also looks like it's specifically Kite Sail Freebooter. I don't need to worry about popping this now, they're miles off being able to activate that. Okay, so I could chuck an Embrace on something just to push damage. So that'll give me 6 points of damage, but I think I'm better off, given the amount of bounce in their hands, that opens me up to be bounced and have this in. I think I'm better off committing a bit more to it. The other option, of course, would have been to hold up this, but I'd rather develop my board at this point, and this is a much much more potent threat than the standard Vera is. So at this point, they got black mana for it. It's just strange. Maybe just so it can cycle. Okay, so they can't flash in a borrower at this point. Good to know. Okay, but they are holding on something. So they can't Frilled Mystic, they can't Borrower. What could they be on? So it could be another Omen. They can of course bounce with the Brazen Borrower, which I assume they do. Yep. So I think this is still my best play. To get it in under the counter magic. I'm pretty sure they have a second one. I think that's the thing that got hidden. I wish I could hit the rewind button. I don't have Twitter to report that to them, but I might bring it up on Spikes and see if anyone else has experienced it. Okay, so that eats the spawn. It's a little bit unfortunate, but that's their whole turn as well. I still have nothing in the yard to activate Uro. Okay, mobilize district. So now I could suit up one of these, get through for 5/6, which threatens lethal the turn after, but I know they have the answer in Borrower. So I think what I'm going to do is get through for 3. They add another free Buddha, take a little sticker beak of what they're holding here. Yep, get rid of that neutralize, and then end of their turn, I'm going to flash in Paragon. They try to counter. They do. Excellent. Still haven't managed to get anything in their yard. It's so strange. So, they have the option of activating Mobilized District or suiting up with Embrace. I think I suit up with Embrace. Oh yeah, it costs extra because of the tax. That's fine, I wouldn't have been able to do anything else anyway. So this way I have 3 flyers. It means something almost... It means Gutterbones almost definitely gets bounced. But it puts my opponent in a really awkward situation in that I now have 3 flying threats. So they return Uro again a bit of life, that's fine, Uro dies again. I should have popped Soul Guide Lantern first, that was a misplay. I wasn't paying attention to that interaction. So they can flash this in. But they have exactly 3 blue mana, so they can flash in Borrower and bounce something else. That is an option for them. Okay, so they spend 1 of the blue mana on Growth Spiral. So they could have guaranteed that they bought themselves a turn if they bounced this with bounced Gutterbones with Borrower and then flashed in the other as a blocker. I think that was a misplay on their part. As that allows me to top deck, I was thinking of activating this, but it doesn't really get through because of Frilled Mystic, but it's allowed me the extra turn I need to top deck Rankle. So I don't think they have a way to get rid of Gutterbones and answer Rankle, so I'm pretty sure they're just dead at this point. They could pull something amazing out of their hat, don't get me wrong. I haven't actually seen a list quite like this before. So the world is full of possibilities. see what they do. Flash in the borrower, that's not going to save them, unfortunately. So they could be sitting on an unsummon. Doesn't really matter what they block at this point. Let's give them the good game. So the first game there kind of sucked for me. I don't enjoy getting just like pettily slowed down like that. But overall, that was not a bad series, despite my little rant in the middle of it, which I hope you guys got something out of it. You know, they're not exactly fresh and original opinions, but you know, the more we as a community speak about it, the more we can become aware of it, the more we can like crystallize and articulate our thoughts amongst ourselves, the better we can articulate the problem externally, and the better chance something actually gets done. I mean, I don't hold out great hopes for that. As I said, like, it's not life-changing with everything going on in the world. You know, it is important to keep it in perspective. It's just a game, but there's just probably a lot of things they could be doing better. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks for tuning in as always. Go forth, stay brilliant. Have a great day. Thanks, guys.